Hello and thank you for choosing Mars Campers. Today I'm gonna show you how to set up your dual-fold SpaceX camper trailer. Throughout the setup, I'll share a few tips that will make your camping trip even more rewarding. Come with me. When you come to collect your camper trailer, we will show you how to connect and disconnect it from your vehicle. At the campsite, you need to put your jockey wheel on the drop-down position, apply the handbrake, disconnect your electrical cables, disconnect the hitch, and the very last step, remove your safety chains. Leveling is your next important step. It can make a big difference on how well everyone will sleep. I personally start with the jockey wheel. I look at how the trailer is looking, whether the jockey wheel is the highest point of the camp or the lowest, and adjust accordingly. So this is your stabilizer leg. It's important to keep in mind it's meant to stabilize the camper, not bear its full weight, okay? So you pull the pull-out handle here and you find adjustable positions. You can pick the one that better match the ground you're in. This tool is included in the kit and is what we recommend you use to adjust your stabilizer legs. There are 4 stabilizer legs on the camper and the same concept applies all around. Now that you have disconnected from the vehicle and leveled your trailer, we have 2 more steps before you can open and set up the main tent. You have to swing away the tailgate and unlatch the boat loader. The tailgate has a safety pin on the driver's side and these 2 latches on the opposite side. You have to remove the safety pin and undo these 2 latches. Then the tailgate will swing into position and you can put the safety pin back in place. The boat loader is a very important piece of equipment. It has 2 safety pins on the driver's side and latches on the opposite side. Before opening, you have to remove the safety pins and proceed with care when unlatching the boat loader. It is designed to operate with load on top, so it will behave very differently when you have something heavy on top and when you don't have anything. For the first few times you open it, we recommend you are in an open area without risk to damage of any property on the other side. So keep the camper well clear of anything and get your head around on how it operates. Another way to control how the boat loader behaves is to add a piece of guy rope here and have someone holding the guy rope as you unlatch the camper that can release the guy rope slowly. Once the boat loader is on its resting position, you can put the safety pin back on. Now there's one more step here before you open the main tent. I'll need to pick up 2 poles that are stored here behind your kitchen and assemble it behind the camper. This section of your camper is where all your poles are stored and your kitchen and your control panel. So this is a very handy area that you're gonna come in contact all the time while camping. Remember, there are 2 of these support bars and you need them both. We are now ready to unlatch the main lid and set up the main tent. Our campers are fitted with a number of latches, and we also supply a few carabiners. Now it's a good thing to get a few padlocks and use them in key areas where you might have stored something of value or where you don't want anyone messing around with, such as your boat loader. There are a few ways you can open your camper. You can open it by hand or you can use this winch. It is removable and can be used at the back of the camper and in the front. As you can see, I'm now at the back of the camper. I need to slot this in. So I'm gonna put the pin in and release about 3 meters of strap and then open the back lid. So before we open the lid, we just need to make sure everything is unlatched. As mentioned before, this can be easily opened by hand. But if you decide to use the winch, like I'm doing here, it is important to partially open the lids to an angle like that to avoid unnecessary pressure on the winch and mounting points on the camper. If you try to winch from a flat surface, it's going to put a lot of pressure there and potentially create a dangerous situation. So again, you want it on an angle before you start winching. Now that the main lid is open, we will finish setting up these 2 bars. So remember, there's one on this side and one on the other side, and you need to do both. Okay, So I have shown you how to use the winch to open one section of the camper, and now I'm gonna open the front one by hand. But before that, I move the winch back to the front as we will need it to hold this lid down. Your tropical roof will come attached to your main tent. However, this center pole will have to be placed in its holder. Alright guys, now it's time to get inside. We need to pull out the steps, unlock the door, latch it in place and get inside. So here we are inside the camper. It's pretty straightforward, you just need to adjust a few poles, there's no right or wrong. I personally start from here and move backwards, then do the other side and the middle. To make life a bit easier, I turn on the lights. There you go, simple as. You saw how we did it, we repeated in the back. Now is the middle section of the camper. So this pole is the only pole that's not velcroed in with the main tent. You have to raise it, velcro it and extend it. That's your main tent setup. One thing to keep in mind is pack down time. Very important to unvelcro this and fold this pole down, otherwise you won't be able to close your camper. Check how the cushions are inside the camper before you start setting up. You will need to put the cushions back the same way you found them to close the camper. The cushions are in place, the table is raised. It's time to make the bed, start making it feel like home. Now it's time for the final touches. You get outside and you stretch your canvas, roll up your windows. So, as you can see, setting up your main tent is not that hard, and the more you do, the better you get. For some very clear small steps, and there you have it. The whole tent is up, and now it's your turn to get out there and enjoy time out with your family.